Alright, we're running a high risk of withdrawal symptoms here, but we're putting down Rune Factory for at least a day, and returning to our long play of Rance VI. Now, in the game we were recently given the mission to steal fronts in the bank. Sounds right up my alley. I think we were grinding and grinding for orbs and levels and stuff, but I don't know where we are with that, so we may as well just start with the bank heist. It's what I would say if I hadn't noticed, just when I was starting up, that I have a spare present. And we really wanted Prima at friendship level 15, so let's make it so. Which should give us a friendship bonus with Prima. And something we really wanted was no charge time on simple treatment, because having to wait a turn for Prima to actually heal somebody was a real downside, so let's get rid of that. Excellent, now we have two perfectly functional healers in the party. Let's mobilize. This mission we have to steal 1,000,000 gold. It's right up my alley, but where are we doing it? We're doing it from Zeth Corporate Bank, and that's in Italia. Let's go. Man, I didn't even sleep last night. All I did was lie down and think about Rune Factory. It was dangerous times. Right, Rizna and Onion Man won't join in, but I'm sure that's fine. We'll have Syl together with Rance. We'll have, who else? Bernard, Fairly, nah, we'll have Cessna, and Mega Useless. That means Team 2 can be Prima, Kaoru, Rocky, and Bernard. Alright, let's do it. I'm not completely caught up. Is Rocky still useless? Well, he's able to take a few more hits these days, but he's still fairly useless. Rants. What a majestic individual. Right, let's see if I can remember all this. Here's our map. I don't know where we're meant to be going here, but it's probably one of the areas that we were locked off from before. And I'm left wondering, do we have any of those red coupons? We have 3 of them. I should probably go and use those when we're going around here. I've constantly been told that I should stop wasting them on the board, the girls made a board there. Cutout girl, that was it. That said, I don't know what's worth getting here, because, well, presents might be good. These eggs are a bit yeah. Present does sound good. Let's pick up one of those. Thank you, Manga Gamer, for putting out a clean version. Otherwise, I don't think Twitch would be very happy with this. Well, Mega Useless is still pretty useless, but at least we got something out of it. I remember when coming here was dangerous to the party. Feels good that we've come a long way from there. I probably should have done leveling up before now. Oh well, what you gonna do? Now we were blocked up these stairs to the left, so I think we'll go and check it out after this dog nibbles away at us. I see Cessna there as somebody who has a small chance of one-shotting a human. That's how I'll look at her. I like having her around because she reminds me very much of Old Man. Mostly because she mains with a hammer. It's not quite as big as... what the hell is the guy's name? My favorite Old Man from Banner Saga. Well, his name isn't important. What's important is what he does. Krumer, thank you, Tim M.F. Holmes, who was just earlier bemoaning the lack of Old Man Saga. We'll have it back soon enough. But really, it's not up to me when we have it back. When we finish the long plays, we put up the vote for the next long play. And I don't vote in that, you guys do. That's why Rance won. Okay, well, if we can't get through that, then how do we get through? How to break in. You can break into the bank's basement through the sewer under Italia's second-class district 4-1. Sure. is that, over here or not? It's probably not down in the dead people facility. Oh, so apparently the 1010 doesn't count as some kind of humanoid. You do choose what to put in the poll, though. Well, of course. You don't get to choose your candidates, but you get to choose between them. That was actually something that was asked of me yesterday. It's like, what does it cost to make you do a long play? And I'm not putting a price on that. I can just see the future where somebody forces me to do long plays of absolutely horrible real-time or turn-based strategy games. And I don't like what I don't like imagining that. Right, Roper, you're going down. Like somebody just pops in and goes, okay, this is now the Grimoire channel. I can't run the risk of that. The risk is too high. There are too many Grimoire fanatics out there. Was it down here? I should double check. Getting into a lot of battles, there's a high chance I'm going to lose my my party members here to lack of stamina. I wish I could say I can't believe Twitch implemented P2W polling, but it's so fitting. Well, I wouldn't have it any other way. Have you played Patrician 3? I actually tried to play Patrician 3, but the game simply wouldn't start up. I wonder if I'm finally going to need that key. Alright, so it's not down here. It could be down here, though. Because I was curious to see, okay, what was Patrician like before Patrician 4? But I couldn't even get the game to start, so that killed that one early. Right, Megadeth is out, and so is Sledgehammer Girl. So we're switching out for... who exactly? Rocky has tons of stamina on him, so just having in Rocky for now should be fine. That's the cash machine we've busted up. Good to see it's still broken. Well, we're drowning in the points here, but the points aren't what I'm after. Lord Seru says they don't know what Grimoire is? What? Alright, I missed the fact that Syl dropped out there. That's alright, Rance could probably solo this, but he's got Rocky helping out. With good old axe boomerang, which is never as accurate as I want it to be. Alright, that means Primus switched in as medic, Kauru's in, and once Rocky drops out, we'll have once Rance drops out, we'll have Bernard in. Makes sense to me, right? How do we get down here? It's going to be the last place I pick, most likely. Now, granted, I could have just checked the map, but that's not how I operate. Hang on, didn't I just... Yeah, that's quite possible. I'm very bad at directions. Isn't forcing a long play basically what the punishments are for? No, the punishments are not going to be around any longer than 2 hours. Well, they don't have to be, at least. It's a big fundamental of the channel that I play what I want to play. And infringing on that is not something that I can stand behind. Now, even when I get dished out some truly awful game like Grimoire, did I really go the wrong way around this? Wow. Sometimes I amaze myself with orienteering. Even when I get some god-awful game, you know, at least it's something new, something different, something I would have never played myself. And that alone is worthwhile in my books. But if people had the power to turn that into the next 60-hour long play, then we would lose something bad. Alright, that's the bar that we've never been able to get into thus far. Dead guy's remains. Alright, so nothing down here. It's really going to be the last place. The idea of full Grimoire playthrough is nightmarish. It's very nightmarish, so that's why we're trying not to have it. But I know that there are people with ill hearts out there that would stop at nothing to make it a reality. Ill hearts and ill heads. Okay, this entire charade could have been worked around by just checking the map once. Well, maybe. I don't know, map reading is not my strong point. Would have told me that nowhere in the top end was where I needed to be, though. I watched Lucky's full complete of Grimoire. It's still a blur of pain to me. I'm glad you understand. Now, Grimoire is terrible. Nobody should be putting themselves through it. And you know, we put ourselves through about 6 hours of it. Because I'll do many things, but I won't go back on my word. I said every hour of Patrician 4 that Lucky played, I would play an hour of Grimoire. And that champ stuck with it. I think I came off worse than he did, but at least he got to experience Patrician 4. Definitely not here then. If only Lucky had put in 50 hours, there's no way he would have. The man doesn't have the stamina for it, he can't do long streams. He's too old. What a motivated child. I'm not saying signing up to do a long play this was a mistake, but the gameplay I'm really not a fan of in this one. Rance is a magic bullet that can make a pretty poor game a pretty great game. I'm still not saying Rocky's amazing, but he's starting to have his uses. Good old Rance, got his priorities right. If you could read a map, you wouldn't have to endure all this gameplay, says Nix. That's a big if. I mean, I can see this map, but I'm trying to wrap my head around my my position relative to everything else. I think down here is where the church is, so coming down here probably won't do me any good. Unless there's some event here that tells me about how I can break into the bank. Priestemic old man. I already robbed him blind. I'll rob him blind of some points as well. Ooh. Not too shabby. We've come a long way along this. If I thought Bernard could solo a few fights, we'd get the next prize, but we won't. We definitely won't. Bernard is not very good. The bank is in the other map, okay. Yeah, it's quite possible I just went onto the wrong map altogether. Well, we're pretty much out of SP, so all the more reason to escape. Yeah, maybe I should have gone to Cooperative Bank instead of Italia. It was right there all along as well. Okay, but no need to worry. See, when I said I was going to steal funds from the bank, what I meant was I wanted to level up. And Rance is getting beastly swole. Look at that jump, that was almost 30 hit points for the man. If only I could get my rune points up in Rune Factory that well. I've been told to believe in Rizna because of magic. But I have Syl for magic. Oh right, so we've capped out Rocky now. He won't become any more useful, it seems. People have explained the level caps to me, including the lore about it. I've actually found I don't like reading about the lore, it just feels a bit rough. Especially when you're reading it in a YouTube comment. Alright, I'm going to use at least one of these monkey orbs. I really want to believe in Cessna, I want her to be big and strong. Good job, we need you strong, but I also need something that can increase your accuracy. I don't know how or where we get that. Okay, whatever the case, we save and save often. Then let's go and take on that bank. Unless I want to buy something with all this dosh. I kinda don't. Might be useful to have Bernard hit a little bit harder though, since I still have to rely on him a bit. Same with Megadeth. Let's see if Megadeth can be made slightly less useless. Okay, everybody can come to the bank. Wonderful. Let's do this a bit better than I do it in Payday 2 then. I think Jake cares about lore in these games about as much as Rance does. Yeah, there's that. Okay, again, let's try to limit what we're bringing into the team so we have more to draw upon for later. She can't. Megadeth will always be mega useless. Well, I'm still a beggar, not a chooser when it comes to my party. No, I don't feel any unease. Here you can find the chance to escape your life of dwelling in squalor. If you're lucky, steal money and escape. Failure means immediate death. Ooh. Good grief. I'm with Rance here, why settle for half? Need the banker key. The guard room. Right, well, we should slaughter the guards first. What? I'm starting to think that Kagura here is a plant. Oh nice, the music's changed for the encounters. Rance is gonna do what to a security bot? Oof, poor Cessna. Remember to clear out the exploration percent, Jake. You won't have access to here later. Roger Dodger. That said, is it going to be clear when we're at the end of this? I wonder if there's a bit of map percentage for going back and triggering the exit. Oh well, we'll probably be coming here multiple times. Ooh. Eagle Orb would have been useful if I had fewer than 3 of them, but I'm struggling to find a use for them. There we go, all that stepping on every tile feels a bit useless, but must be done. Public safety officer? Probably not a monster girl. Same with that, whatever it is, security wall. Oh, interesting. I'll have to strategize. There we go, so when she hits pretty hard. And didn't I triple the attack power on that? I feel like I did. At least you only have to do this one. Hello, pastry girl. Alright, first things first, that's gotta go. Now... Rance, you know what to do. Let's hold off for now. Jake going for the full power attack every time is so hard to watch. Why? I'd rather hit hard. Alright, Cake Girl is ours. Onion Man will be happy, even though he's not with us right now. He could be, though, but not right now. Never do anything right. It has only 50% hit chance, so it's best with either plus accuracy items, or if you want to have characters who can stun, reducing the enemy's evasion to 0. 50% chance is a pretty good one. Don't know what your problem is. Man, this feels really different after doing all of that Rune Factory streaming. The setup wise is very different. Rune Factory, I'm kind of leaned back, feet up, no headphones on, because the music comes straight out of the monitor. And now I'm back to this. See that? 50% chance every time. I might have to watch a playthrough of Rance 1 just to figure out how Rance and Syl came to be. Jinx, feels like we took a lot of battles, but those two have finally decided to drop out. Let's have Rizna around. I forget if she's a back row fighter or not, but we'll have her there anyway. And let's have Tamanagi here. Wait, isn't Tamanagi also a back row fighter? Yeah, and he's not too shabby as a back row fighter. Throw Rocky in as well. Big storage room, eh? Counter-attack? Well, I'm glad I'm charging up a big attack then. Okay, I see. You're pretty useless on the back row then. Away you go. Man, why didn't they teach me magic when I was in security? Syl's about to drop out, so there's no point healing her further. Okay, you don't sound sorry enough. Alright, well, if Syl is out, we switch out with Prima. And we don't really lose out much there. Rizna, you're front line whether you like it or not. And you probably don't like it. Oh my. See, this is why Rance is so likable. He's such a gentleman. And he won't stand for injustice. I like this music here, but it feels pretty endgame. Which we're most certainly not in. Alright, I forget how good you are at attacking. The answer is pretty terrible. I mean, when Rocky's doing double your damage, things are pretty bad. Oh, good God. Why do I have Rizna again? Rizna has a pretty high cap, so she can do a decent chunk later on. And that's one of the things that troubles me with the game. I have no way of knowing that. I don't know the caps on any of these characters. And I don't think there's a way to find it out. Alright, lightning pendant get. Ooh. She's level 13, Rocky is 19. Yeah, but Rocky is useless. And yet rapidly gaining use. Isn't the cap visible at camp? Well, we'll have to check now. I'm not seeing a cap. Now granted, seeing things is not my specialty. Why is his in red? Oh right, because he's at his cap. Otherwise, that's a no-no. Resistance to lightning. That might be good if I have somebody who is weak to lightning. Lightning is different from light, right? I'll believe it. There's a lot to love about Rance. So imagine if we didn't have Rance right now, this would just be a standard dungeon crawler, and it would be pretty awful for it. I feel like I'm doing less damage with that axe boomerang than just attacking individuals. I should rethink my strategy on it. That's right, Yosuke. Rance brings in the charm. So is there a way to ever raise Rocky's talent cap, or is he stuck at the level he is now forever? I mean, I can't have sex with him. Well, I'm pretty sure I can't have sex with him. Didn't I come from here? You'll have events for it, okay. But I thought lore-wise everybody was predestined to a limit. That's what I was being told, probably on YouTube. Alright. You're up, Kaoru. Bernard, yeah. Good Rance fights against the injustice in the world. It's nice having a larger team to work with, and I really like the fact that experience is shared that way. It doesn't look like experience is reduced per se. Excuse me. Can't be hygienic. Is it an event item? Yes, it is. We're probably going to put that to use in some sick way. Rance is such a good friend. I'm at a loss for how Onion Man is actually attacking, given that he's meant to be fighting using a girl guide, or a monster girl guide, but he appears to be shooting. I like the look of him though, and his power isn't great, but he hits both people in a row. quarter key. I'd be lying if I said I remember where to use that. I'll try here. Looks big. Jake, you can hover over the top left to get a settings menu to speed the game up. I got a systems menu. I'm not going to touch any of that. Oh, right, here's one. Window size, forget it. I'm not going to touch any of this until until we've saved. Goodness me, everybody's dropping like flies here. Bernard, you're up. Gotta get that completion percentage. Gotta be wary though, we don't have healing and we don't have retreating anymore, so I should manually retreat from here pretty soon. I just want to get that treasure at the other side of where I am. It's a shame, all these orbs and no use for them. If I won 2 more battles I get the Eagle Orb, but that is completely useless. Alright, better escape for now. Most of my team is knackered. Yeah, I wish they didn't cap it for 3 at each orb. Yeah, it kind of necessitates a ton of grinding. And I can't even use my my crab or my eagle orbs right now. All I can do is plow Cessna. I believe in a strong Cessna, so let's invest in it. I'd like to invest in a strong Sill as well, but I'll go with my beliefs here. Yosuke says I also believe in Cessna. So I'm going to find out she has an awful level cap or something. She's probably not worth plowing presents into. I was always told to put presents into Prima, but I've gotten her to 15. I don't know who else is worth my time. Maybe Rizna. I'm told she's really good, but yeah. And a bit more yeah. I just don't like Bernard. Why invest in him? Tamanagi's never on the front line, so forget that. I'd give Rizna some, but I ain't got the dosh. I'd hold on to presents for now, but then I always hold on to things like that, says Max. And that's why I get the cutout girl and you do not. Alright, we save, we level, we probably save again. Looking at that magic shooting up for Sill. Bernard the useless. I'm just looking for anything that might show me what their level cap is at. Just hope an old man girl doesn't. Ah, Christ! Mega Death has become mega useless. Capped now. All right, fair enough. Let's go rob that bank, good and proper. Just wishing I had some use for all these orbs. Sill and... well, Rizna's pretty bad, so let's have you up first. We could save Cessna for later. In fact, we should save Cessna for when Rocky is out. Then Rocky can defend Cessna, because Cessna's awful defense. And mega useless, there we go. go. One wonders why that isn't automatic, but there you go. And now we can beeline our way towards the mess area. Or the quarters, that's what it was. You could spend presents on kimchi if you got no one else. I was told that that's a very bad idea. And I'm willing to believe that. Where's the mechanized girls? Oh, I should have spoken to Onion Man since we got the pastry girl. Setting menu is in the dungeon screen by hovering over top left inside the gate. Ooh, oh, there we go. Let's try and speed things. Oh, wow, I'm running now. Awesome. I'm definitely going to make mistakes with that. But speed is good. Imagine that, Max advocating for less less Rance. Hanny breaking, what? Yeah, sure. Oh, thank you, kind president. Is that true? With some Oh man. At least Kaoru respects our choices here. I mean, did he shell out a pretty penny for Syl? How'd that work out? Wonderful. Glad I fully explored that room. Can I go back in? Of course. This won't do. I need all the percentage. Nice of them to occasionally not do anything with their turn. 100% exploration will get me an item. I don't know what it is, and I haven't bothered with it in other maps, but apparently we can't return to this map, so in case it's something really good, we're going to make sure that we get it. least monkey orbs are always useful. Ah, that cleared that. Okay, well, I guess I made a bit too much work for myself. Right, what do we have here? Ooh, dosh! Okay, this is nothing special. We've fought these strange chicken cars before. And down they go. Oh, right, there are a few of them, sire. The Arkansas chicken bug still gets me there. I get that reference. Rizna's getting a bit battered here. There's not much left of Rizna. That doesn't mean I want her down and out though. Is Megadeth now only mostly useless? No, she's still mega useless. Look at that, she's leaving because she knows she's useless. Let's replace back row with Onion Man and keep on going. Methodically does it. Ooh. If only I had a use for all these orbs. Alright, these do not look like the cute girls that we saw there. So what do we do now? Have it down. Tamanegi could do a good attack, but I would quite like to have some allies in here. But he can do a good attack. Now let's bring in the allies. I want Rocky in to tank some hits, and I want a little bit of extra healing here. Pretty rubbish. Oh well. That was pretty good, Rizna. Can you do more of that in the future? You have defense up, so surely I should hit you with magic. Nice, I wasn't sure if that attack would transfer to the back row. Well, that went well. That went almost too well. Oh. What was even the point of all that then? Still have no use for orbs, which is a bit frustrating, but what you gonna do? Let's just invest in Cessna. That attack's really starting to pile up. Exactly how much? I mean, Rance is sitting there with 201. Cessna has, in quotes, only 56. Don't know why your hit point's like that, though. Why would it be glowing? There's the Hanny breaking permit. More damage there. Alright, level up, save up, and get back into the bank. Sill's drowning in it. I feel like I'm being set up for a joke where old man woman has a really low level cap. Well, it matters not. Let's get out there. Steal some money. Again, Sill, Rizna, I don't know, Rizna's better deployed with Rocky, so let's do it like that. But then so Cessna, Does that mean I can switch Rance out at this point and then have Cessna there? That sounds risky. Not sure I like that at all. It's alright, Rocky has a lot of stamina in him. Once Rizna is out, we can replace Rizna with Cessna. Right, back to it. Did I find that key for this door though? I did. However, there's still some unexplored areas down there. I think. I won't leave it. It'd be nice if there's an item that we can get later on that reduces the encounter rate, so that we can actually quickly move through these maps instead of getting stopped all the time. Of course, one can always just get lucky. The encounters are chance-based after all. Oh, right, this is closed up again. What a bummer. In that case, open it back up so we have a quicker ride back out of here.